There's a horrific murder now seen across the nation. A couple executed on a Chicago street during Puerto Rican Pride celebrations. The brazen shooting casting a gray cloud over the Humboldt Park neighborhood. Some saying the festivities led to a spike in violence. Always investigating, CBS 2's Stephen Graves is looking into if that is true.
Days later, and emotions are still raw. As a memorial for murder victims on a Humboldt Park street continues to grow, so does outrage from those who call the prideful Puerto Rican neighborhood home.
It's a horrible situation.
Jose Lopez organizes the Puerto Rican People's Day Parade. The event was held last weekend, hours before this caravan of celebrations on surrounding streets. An area police say the execution of Giovanni Arzuaga took place. His children's mother, Yasmin Perez, also shot dead in the ambush. Some people believe the parade and its widespread appeal led to trouble later on. In the days after CBS 2 reported on violence, we received emails from people insinuating it was linked to the event. In one post online, someone wrote the Mexican or Puerto Rican parades have invited violence since she was a child.
The causation of this is not the parade, it's not the gathering.
The parade is always held on Father's Day weekend, so CBS 2 looked at data in Humboldt Park for that weekend each year from 2015 to 2019. In all, there were 7 non-fatal shootings. There were also 2 homicides. The parade was virtual in 2020, but this year alone, there were at least 8 shootings. 3 people killed. 26 Ward Alderman Roberto Maldonado also claiming the earlier parade had nothing to do with the violence.
Does not make any sense at all.
In fact, he wrote a post before the parade chastising police for planning to close down Marin Drive that goes through Humboldt Park ahead of celebrations. He says the local commander had concerns over shootings because one happened on park property the Sunday before.
I gave basically the signal that we as Puerto Ricans or Puerto Rican community do not know how to behave in a public setting like the park. I stand by my opinion.
And now those that live here hope the conversation can focus on what they call real causations of gun violence.
Has everything to do with social ills and has everything to do with the marginalization of our youth.
And parade organizers say they always work with police to ensure safety. Right now, there are no plans to make any changes to the event next year. Reporting in Humboldt Park, Stephen Graves, CBS 2 News.
At last check, police were still looking for many suspects involved in last weekend's shootings, including the murders of those 2 young parents.